Something big is brewing in Buffalo as we head into Week 6. The Bills have a few critical updates, but the one that's got everyone talking is about one of Josh Allen's most trusted weapons this season, tight end Dalton Kincaid. At Thursday's practice, Kincaid was spotted wearing a red non-contact jersey, a clear sign that the team is being cautious with him after he got banged up last week against New England. It's not the kind of news fans wanted to see, but there's more to unpack here. Head coach Sean McDermott told reporters earlier in the week that Kincaid was sore following the Patriots game, where he appeared to injure his hand. And according to team insiders, he had his left middle and ring fingers taped together during practice, something trainers often do to stabilize a minor sprain or protect a healing joint. Those who watched closely in Week 5 might remember the moment. Kincaid was seen grabbing at his wrist and hand after a play, clearly in discomfort. Now, just days later, he's back on the field, not at full contact, but at least participating. That's a good sign for Bills fans holding their breath heading into this crucial stretch of the season. Before we dive deeper into the rest of Buffalo's injury news and practice updates, before listening to the latest news, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Let's move on to the new news. Now, the big question is, how serious is this injury really? Wearing a red non-contact jersey could mean the team simply doesn't want anyone bumping into him, especially if the injury is still tender. It's a smart move, protecting one of their most reliable pass catchers while still keeping him involved in game prep. Kincaid has quietly become a key part of Buffalo's offensive rhythm, a safety valve for Allen when pressure collapses or routes break down. Losing him, even temporarily, would be a major setback. But for now, the signs lean positive. He's practicing, he's taped up, and most importantly, he's still part of the Week 6 plan. Here's where things get interesting for Buffalo. Thursday's practice report listed Dalton Kincaid with an oblique injury, not just the hand issue we saw earlier in the week. That's two separate areas of concern for one of the Bills' most dependable pass catchers. An oblique injury can be tricky. It affects the muscles around the abdomen, the same area responsible for twisting, cutting, and catching passes in traffic. When you combine that with a hand that's already taped up, it's clear Kincaid isn't at full strength right now. But even through the pain, his production has been nothing short of outstanding. So far this season, Kincaid ranks among the top tight ends in the entire NFL. He's 9th in total receptions, even while playing barely half of Buffalo's offensive snaps. Imagine what his numbers could look like if he were used as a full-time weapon. Many believe the offense should tilt more in his direction, and the stats back that up. He's second in receiving yards among tight ends with 287 through 5 games, and first in receptions of 20-plus yards, 6 of them already. That kind of deep field consistency is rare for his position. To put it simply, Kincaid stretches defenses in a way that few tight ends can. And he's not just a finesse player. He ranks 4th in yards after the catch per reception, meaning he's not just securing the football, he's fighting through contact, breaking tackles, and turning short gains into first downs. It's the kind of toughness and skill set that makes him a perfect fit in Buffalo's offensive system. Even the advanced analytics tell the same story. According to next-gen stats tracking data, Kincaid's route efficiency and separation scores place him among the league's elite. Every route he runs is graded for precision, timing, and impact, and Kincaid consistently ranks near the top across all 3 categories. Bottom line, Dalton Kincaid is having a breakout season, injury or not. If the Bills can get him healthy and back to full contact before game day, he'll be a difference maker once again. And with Buffalo's passing game relying more heavily on balance and versatility, keeping Kincaid in rhythm might just be the key to Week 6 success. Dalton Kincaid's performance metrics reveal just how impactful he's been for Buffalo, and how crucial it is to get him fully healthy. According to league-wide tracking data, Kincaid scores an 84 in route separation and a 76 overall performance rating, putting him in the same statistical neighborhood as star receivers like Stephon Diggs, Zay Flowers, and Garrett Wilson. That's elite company for a tight end in his second season. His ability to find open space and dominate at the catch point gives Josh Allen a security blanket unlike anyone else on the roster. Even though his yards after catch rating sits at 56 in that model, his production tells a different story, top 4 among all tight ends in YAC per reception. That shows how efficient and resilient he's been, even through pain. The Bills simply need him on the field for Week 6 if they want their passing rhythm to stay sharp. But Kincaid isn't the only name on Buffalo's injury radar heading into this matchup. The latest Thursday injury report brings both concern and opportunity. Linebacker Matt Milano did not practice after re-aggravating a pectoral injury. Sean McDermott listed him as week to week, which all but rules him out for this weekend. Milano's leadership and range have been vital for this defense, so his absence leaves a major gap at the second level. Defensive tackle Tim Settle was also sidelined with a knee issue, though McDermott hasn't ruled him out completely. His availability could determine how Buffalo rotates its interior linemen against a physical running attack. Linebacker Dorian Williams, still battling a knee injury of his own, was limited on Thursday. He missed the Patriots game in Week 5, but the Bills are hopeful he can return in some capacity. With the linebacker unit already thin, they'll need contributions from Terrell Bernard and Tyrell Dodson, both expected to see heavier workloads. On the offensive side, left tackle Dion Dawkins was a limited participant due to a hand injury. Trainers were seen working closely with him during individual drills, carefully testing grip and leverage technique. His status will be worth monitoring. Protecting Josh Allen's blind side is non-negotiable if the Bills want to maintain offensive stability. The reality is clear, Buffalo is entering Week 6 banged up but battle-tested. This team has proven time and again that it can overcome adversity when it matters most. If key starters like Kincaid and Dawkins can push through recovery and take the field, the Bills' offense will remain one of the most balanced and explosive units in the league. And while injuries test a roster's depth, the Bills have built their foundation on resilience, accountability, and belief, the same formula that has kept them in the playoff hunt every year. As Week 6 approaches, all eyes are on how Buffalo responds. The talent is there. The question now is, who will be healthy enough to help them make another statement? As the Bills prepare for Monday Night Football against Atlanta, all eyes are on the trenches, because protecting Josh Allen has never been more important. And the latest updates from practice bring a mix of optimism and caution. Left tackle Dion Dawkins remains a limited participant, but the signs are trending in the right direction. During individual drills, he was seen moving fluidly, working against air in technique reps, a strong indication that he's progressing toward being game-ready. Dawkins has quietly been one of the top-performing left tackles in the league this season. Week after week, he's been left on an island against elite pass rushers and has handled the pressure like a veteran anchor. Losing him, even for one game, would dramatically shift Buffalo's offensive rhythm. Right next to him, guard Connor McGovern also worked through hand-related drills after suffering a gash during last week's game against New England. Trainers had him taped up and monitored, but there's no new injury designation, which is great news for Buffalo's offensive line continuity. The swelling seems to have stabilized, and McGovern's grip strength looked solid during positional work. That unit, Dawkins, McGovern, Morse, Torrance, and Brown, has quietly become one of Buffalo's most reliable groups, and their chemistry will be tested again against an Atlanta front that thrives on interior pressure and disguised blitzes. Keeping those five intact would go a long way toward keeping Allen upright and confident. Now, let's turn to the defensive side. Ed Oliver remains one of the biggest question marks heading into Monday night. Officially listed as a limited participant, Oliver has been battling through an ankle injury that kept him out of the Patriots game. What's encouraging, though, is how much better he looked at practice this week. Last week, video clips showed him noticeably favoring his right ankle, struggling with leverage in his stance. This week, different story. His footwork looks sharper, his explosion off the line cleaner, and reports from the field say the limp is barely noticeable. That's massive news for Buffalo's defensive line. Because when Ed Oliver is healthy, the entire Bills' defense changes. His ability to collapse the pocket, command double teams, and disrupt the run makes life easier for everyone, from Greg Rousseau off the edge to Terrell Bernard at linebacker. He's the interior heartbeat of that front, and getting him back near full strength could be the key to slowing down an Atlanta offense that leans heavily on play action and zone runs. As of now, all signs point to cautious optimism, Dawkins trending up, McGovern stable, and Oliver moving better by the day. For a team that's been grinding through injuries since Week 3, that's the kind of news Bills Mafia needed heading into prime time. If this group can get healthy and stay cohesive, Buffalo's Week 6 matchup could be the perfect opportunity to make a statement under the lights. If there's one player the Bills' defense desperately wants back on the field, it's Ed Oliver, and it looks like that return could finally happen. At Thursday's session, Oliver was seen working the sled drills, exploding off the line with the same violent burst that defined his Week 1 dominance against Baltimore. Though he's still listed as a limited participant, everything about his body language screams ready. You can see the confidence coming back, the quick hands, the lower pad level, and that trademark energy that fires up the entire defensive line. He even shared a message on social media, making it clear that his mindset is back in full gear, he's ready to get back to work and make an impact. For a team that's missed his presence in the middle, that's music to the coaching staff's ears. When Oliver is active, Buffalo's defense looks different, more aggressive, more unpredictable. His ability to collapse pockets from the interior gives the Bills an edge few teams can match. If he's close to full strength for Week 6, expect McDermott's defense to open up the playbook again, using more stunts and interior pressures that thrive when Oliver is commanding double teams. Beyond Oliver, the injury picture continues to evolve. McDermott addressed the media again, confirming that several players who appeared on the early injury report remain under close evaluation. The goal, he emphasized, is to avoid setbacks, something Buffalo has dealt with far too often this season. The Bills' medical and coaching staffs have worked carefully to balance recovery with readiness. For some players, that means lighter workloads early in the week and ramping up intensity by Friday.